War going on outside, you in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside, from the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside, that's a definite. Cannonball, wrecking shit, excellent. Rhyme Barack and bombing like the president. I remain strong, King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. Hardcore, heaven sent, chain on, hella bent. Throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the braids in, shades on, made men. Cause we put in work to stop the earth until they cave in. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid, well, we about to leave the sword, the stone. Nigga, we warriors, hardcore, tracking the pride. To let the Hebrew speak, nigga, general eyes. And we talking super heavy, nigga, that's the surprise. With all scripture, street talk, word the captain the car, nigga, we blazing, ripping the mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max till we cracking the pavement. U.P.K, out of one West Harlem, nigga. We spring forward and they falling like it's autumn, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud. If you ain't feeling this, you call them plug, and that's real. Oh, I get it, cat tie, or they not of our kind. I get the order that is handle kind, not the one kind. Without a doubt in my mind, I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody that come against us, they should probably resign. It's a war going on outside, no men to save from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? Christ says, sell out your garments to get a sword now. I'ma go and sell off these polos to get a fall down. Damn sure ain't started the war, but I'ma end it, cause the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the booth every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth and I'ma defend it. And I get my second wind just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside, I'm jumping in it. It's a war going on outside, you in the crib, but the ball outside, I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside, so in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside, I get it on outside.
Nobody's safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, flip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in a clip. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. A lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. You don't want that kind of war, ready for that bullshit. Kinda like a matador. Get this kind of focus, you gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true too. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your calories. Courage of King David, battling like the Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga walk to him casually. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it, they hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this happened. Keep you grounded like gravity in the field, but it's amity. Horror, I see calamity. Scar you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in their faculty. They words sweet, sit in their mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's a war, but none of you suckers worry.
It's a war going on outside, you in the crib, but the ball outside, I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside, so in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside, I get it on outside.
Okay. Shalom, everybody. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Thumb to the Israelite men. Okay. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Thumb Bahashem Yahweh Shai to the Israelite sisters. Okay. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General YAHANNA, and we're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Okay. Since 1969, this school, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, has been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people that they are God's chosen people, okay? And we're going to continue to do that to Christ's return. How they say, to Christ crack the sky, okay? We're going to wake Black people, Hispanic, and Native Indian people up and let them know that they are in captivity. They are God's chosen people, and, you know, there's a way that there's something we should be doing in the earth as far as how we should be living and serving our power. And that's why we are in the condition that we're in. We're out of order, okay? We've been commissioned to put our people in order, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? Getting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in their true rightful place in order, okay, in the earth. Okay, so this is the Florida Scripture Breakdown class. Okay, I'm Precinct Officer Nishak. I'm joined by Precinct Officer I.S.U.P.K. Okay, we're gonna rock it out for you tonight. Any questions you got, go ahead and get it in the chat. Okay, try to be specific as possible. Any issues you have, any thoughts you have, you know, concerning Israel or the earth today, the world, go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll get into it. Okay. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that was here yesterday for Memorial of Blowing Trumpets. It was wonderful and glorious. We had such a good time. I mean, we had a good time before the class started. We had a good time after the class started. Man, I tell you, this school, there's nothing like this school on the earth for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native. That's right. There's nothing like this school, this organization. There's nothing like this in the earth as far as for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And if you missed it, you need to try not to miss the next one. Okay, we'll let you know at the end of the class what the next high holy day is, and we'll be getting it in. And you know, I mean, we frequently, you know, sometimes spontaneously go ahead and just get together. You know what I mean? Whenever we get together, it's wonderful. You know what I mean? There's never, and you know, that's why I say it's nothing like, you know, this for Blacks, Hispanics in the earth. There's never no fights. There's never no, you know, brawls or, you know what I mean, scuffles or, you know what I mean? Like, this is an amazing place. The Lord has definitely got his hand on the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. He is definitely with this school, okay? So like I said, if you have anything you want to put in the chat, go ahead and get your questions together, put them in there, be detailed, and we'll go ahead and get into it, okay? What you got, Itazar?
You know, the white man was the devil last week. The white man's still the devil this week. And he's still gonna be the devil next week.
You ain't lying.
And you know what I'm saying? And we gotta keep saying it. We gotta keep reminding ourselves of that. Otherwise, we're gonna be blind to why we're going through what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like every day it seems like it's a new struggle, but it's the same stuff we've been going through since the age of time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I just want to leave everybody with that message, you know what I'm saying? Like, always remember who your enemy is, and you know that it's high time for you to get up out of this situation. And that's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been sent by the Most High to wake you up, you know what I'm saying, and show you the life you're supposed to be living, like Christ did. So that's all I have. Yeah,
no, that's you know, heavy, you know, because if we don't, we'll forget. Like if we don't, you know, stay grounded in this truth, we'll start blaming ourselves again. You know what I'm saying? We'll start blaming each other again. And you know what I mean? Like, we put ourselves in this condition, but we've been in this position before. But like, you know, anybody in the school will tell you, Esau took it too far. We've been in captivity before, but nobody has ever hid our identity from us and told, you know what I mean, had us in captivity for so long and raped, robbed, and, you know, pillaged us to the point where we don't even know who we are anymore. Like nobody, that never happened before. You know what I'm saying? Right. The way he, you know, the perpetual hatred he has for us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Esau took it too far, and that's why the Lord is going to deal with him, you know, the way that he is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we definitely have to, you know what I mean, stay grounded and focused in this truth. Okay. Any questions or anything like that?
We got some shout outs.
Yeah, go ahead and
shout out. Big up Officer Magazar, aka Blade, you know what I'm saying, from the cradle to the grave. Magazar checking in. He say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat
Yahweh Bashim Shabbat.
Tampa, Florida in the building. Online. Chance, young man Chance. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat.
Trooper Masha, all the way out of Fort Myers.
Right.
Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat. All right, we got the sister Shayara. She had a little typos, but Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shah. From Panama City. Uriah Yahweh. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Rakatha Trooper Kanat. Oh, okay. Most High Christ. Shalom Kanat. Shoot, your name Kanat, huh? Who's Uriah? Young man Carvel. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, he said.
Shalom, Yahbashim Yahshabrakatah.
All right, so that'll do
it. Okay, Most High Christ. No questions in that right now?
No, sir.
All right, what you want to get into? White man's the devil.
Okay. As a matter of fact, we can prove it.
Let's do it. Let's prove that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You hear us say it all the time, right? We say it all the time because it's true, according to the biblical law, according to, you know, biblical records. And you know what Kat brought out last night in the feast was, you know, something it hit me because that's something I've been bringing out for the past couple of weeks when we go out to camp. Right. Like this society is built off of fantasy and fairy tales. Right. Vain. Everything they celebrate and do is vain. Right. You know what I'm saying? Christmas is a fantasy and a fairy tale. It's vain, a farce and a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like everything they do, like there is nothing that is based off of God. You know what I'm saying? Nothing they do is based off of God. Because listen, the God of the universe only dealt with one people. Okay? And that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. Okay? That's why everything they do on the earth is, you know what I mean? Like, it's just to make them feel good. Just to make them money. You know what I'm saying? Everything they do is, you know what I'm saying, just based off lies, fairy tales, and money. Greed, you know what I'm saying? And how they have their society set up. Okay? Mm-hmm. Where we going?
Isaiah 14:12. Start them off with that. Just because, you know, a lot of people are under the notion that, you know, the devil or Lucifer is some red thing with horns and a tail living underground. You understand? They don't realize that is an absolute misconception taught by the Christian and Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? When the Christian and Catholic Church don't know anything about the Bible except what the white man told them to tell you.
Right. Again, you know what I mean? That's that fairy tale. That's that lie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
A red man in the ground with horns, a tail, a pitchfork. You know,
like he a farmer.
You know what I mean? Right. And then on the flip side, you got, you know, heaven. up in the sky,
Mhm.
clouds.
Mhm.
It's all white, you know,
Right.
like-
All white.
right.
You know, I used to look, not to segue too much,
Nah,
but
go ahead.
I used to look up pictures of heaven. I used to Google search pictures of
Right.
Jesus and heaven and angels. Every angel in heaven was white.
Right.
It was not one dark soul in heaven.
Everything is based off lies in this culture. I walked by a car today and it had a little bumper sticker and it said "Calling all angels," and it had the a drawing of like a being with wings and a horn. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's not what angels look like according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like every aspect of this place is based off of fairy tales, lies, and deceit. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people in this earth besides blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who know the truth about the Bible. You know what I mean? But they rather for this society and world to live based off of the fairy tale and lies that will keep them, you know what I mean, on top. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Like you said, the flip side, right? Like you show how in heaven everything is white.
Right.
But you know, everything that's in hell is dark.
Dark. It's
Right.
dark down there.
Yeah.
Like you can't even see. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't for the fire, you couldn't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And of course, fire what? Burn.
Right. So anything black is, you know what I mean? That darkness.
Yep. Everything burns in the fire.
Right.
So that's the darkness. Well,
Right.
so we're gonna get to Isaiah 14:12, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Right. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is talking about a man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how art thou fallen from heaven? You know what I mean? Like we have to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I mean? Like the concept of this book. Okay, the concept of heaven and hell is not what the Esau has taught us. The concept of heaven and hell is a condition that you live in. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Lucifer's condition is he's in heaven. Okay, O son of the morning. Okay, how art thou cut down to the ground? So like this is, you know, Isaiah, he's saying it. You know what I mean? How did you go from being up high to be down on the ground? Right. Where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are at right now. You know what I mean? How did you go from being in this high place where you look down on the earth and everybody in it to now you're, you know what I'm saying, in the dust? You know what I'm saying? You're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And if I may, which did weaken the nations. Like this people is on top, but they don't rule the earth righteously. All they do is oppress other people, you know, other nations. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no righteousness in their rulership. Okay, they weaken, you know what I'm saying? The Chinese, they try to weaken Chinese people. They try to weaken Arab people. They try to weaken, you know what I mean, the East Indians. Anybody who they can put their hands around their neck and, you know, strangle, you know, like drain every piece of resource out of their land and out of their, you know what I mean, culture or whatever they have, that's what they'll do. You know what I mean? Instead of letting people live in peace, you know what I'm saying? Letting, you know what I mean? Let the Africans be able to farm their land and grow crops and feed their people instead of, you know what I'm saying, like strangling their economy, like telling them they can't trade with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? They can't do commerce with the world. You know what I'm saying? So now this place is weak. And the only thing, you know, they do is go over there and take all the gold and everything. You know what I'm saying? They weaken the nations. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Right. So see, there's two different heavens here. One heaven is how you live, and this heaven right here is talking about, you know what I mean, like the space station.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go up where God should be. You know what I mean? You know, he's going to the heavens where he's gonna look over everybody and be in the stars. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to be God on, you know what I mean? Like to every other nation. That's white supremacy. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't worship me as your God, you got to come to me to be able to eat food. You got to come to me to be able to trade whatever is in your land. You know what I'm saying? So you and your nation can survive. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be your God. He tries to be the God of the earth when he can never be that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I could,
go ahead.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he's talking about two different heavens because one is saying he fell from heaven.
Right.
And the next one is saying he's ascending to heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to go up into the stars and ascend above the Most High. So like I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
See, he wants to be like God. You know what I mean? He don't want nobody to go to God. He don't want blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to pray to God. You know what I'm saying? He want us to pray to him. He want us to march in the street and beg him, you know what I mean, for civil rights. Beg him for a good way of living. Well, all we got to do is serve our power, our God. That's you know what I mean? That's what we forgot. You know what I mean? Like in this school, we don't beg the white man for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We petition our God. Okay? He is not God. God created the white man. Mm-hmm. God created blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. God created all nations on the earth. Okay? God created man, not the white man. Right. Where did I get that from? You know what I'm saying? I had to work my way into that. You know? God created man, not the white man. So why should we be begging him and treating him like he's God when all we have to do is go to God? You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is a horrible place, man, because they teach black people to be good servants. Yes. They teach us that we should love white people no matter what, that white people is our only salvation in the earth. You have to be a good slave, a good Negro, a good Hispanic. And listen, we fall for it. I see our people come over here, Hispanics, and when they hit the ground, man, they become better servants than the niggas that been over here forever. You know what I mean? Like they go to that church, they create them a church, and they start serving white Jesus right off the rip. You know, same thing with the Levite brothers and sisters. They are stronger Christians. You know what I mean? Like they love white people more than niggas could ever love white people. You know what I mean? Because they come over here because it's about money. It's about, they forget, you know what I'm saying? Like it's about money, not morals. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just about money, being able to, you know, look like Esau and live like Esau. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I mean? Like we have to teach black people that's not what, you know what I mean, the Lord wants from us. Okay, he wants righteousness. Okay, he wants and requires for us to keep his law, statutes, commandments, just like we did last night, by keeping his memorial of the blowing of trumpets. You know what I'm saying? God wants to see us be good servants to him, not to another nation of people. Okay? Any more on that, Itazal?
Yes, sir. Well, real quick, while you made the point, Oscar Kazak got a good precept for that. He said, Ecclesiasticus 40:28, my son, lead not a beggar's life, for better is it to die than to beg.
Right. Definitely that. That's what I'm saying. Like we are begging another people, you know what I mean, to live instead of petitioning our power, our God. Right. What are we, a homeborn slave? That's another precept. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to get off of that. We have to stop. You know what I mean? Like, how can I say it? We have to have
morality.
Yeah, dignity. You know what I mean? Have some dignity about yourself. Stop begging for, you know what I mean? Like And here's the thing, we don't even have to beg. We can get the precept, you know what I'm saying? Let's read the precept since the officer pulled it, you know what I'm saying? But we can live in the earth, you know what I'm saying, without begging, you know, the white man, you know what I mean? Because all we got to do is go to our slavery and come home, and you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worship him. You don't have to try to, you know, drive where he drive, live where he lived. You know what I'm saying? Make the ghettos great again. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Stop running away from your people. We hate each other, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we can't stand one another. And it's only because of we want to be seen in the same light and the same hue as the white man. You know what I'm saying? We want to wear them tight jeans that he wear. We want to drive, you know what I mean? We want to eat what he eat. You know, we want to drive where he drive. When that's not your culture, black man. You know what I'm saying? That's not your way of life. Okay? So where we going? Ezekiel chapter 4?
Ecclesiasticus.
Okay.
Chapter 40.
Okay, that's an apocrypha, right? Okay.
Verse 28. So 40. Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28.
Okay. You want to put it in the chat or no? Ecclesiasticus 40 and 28. And 28.
4? Oh, we need a 40.
Right. Right.
Oh, I got 40.
40 and 28?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Come on with it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life.
Right. Don't listen. Okay. You as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to have dignity. Okay. We have to come back. We're supposed to be, you know, princes in this earth. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord chose us to be that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to be begging Esau for his resources or his love, basically, because we don't need his. You know what I mean? Like we gonna survive. We gonna live. We gonna eat. We slaving for it. We working. You know, in his field. You know what I mean? He gives us enough to sustain ourselves. Now let's just sustain our dignity, man. Don't be begging out here for this white man to love you, okay, and to give you, you know what I mean, his approval, okay? Because basically that's all it is for. You know what I'm saying? We should be begging the Most High for his approval, okay? His approval for us to run the earth again, okay? Keep going.
My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg.
Right. That there's examples of that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die. You know what I mean? To not keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? There's strong black men and women that are recorded in the Bible that chose to die rather than to beg Esau to live. Okay? Don't be a beggar. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward.
Right. You know what I mean? Living like a coward is, you know what I mean, like doing whatever it is to eat, okay, to just survive. When the Lord say, you know what I mean, like you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Don't humble yourself to another man. You know what I mean? Humble yourself to the Lord. You know what I mean? Keep his ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Any more?
Yes, sir. Verse 29, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life.
See what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Like you dependent on the white man, which like I said, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is go and work that slavery. Okay. And this is what we do in the UPK. You will never see us out and about in the cities, you know what I mean, at a table with Esau laughing it up and, you know, chuckling and, you know what I mean, and trying to be a good servant, you know what I'm saying, showing our love to Esau. We will never do that. You will see us at that slavery for sure. But when it's done, you're going to see us right back in the hood, right here at the school, you're gonna see us with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I mean, trying to figure out a way to make our society better. You know what I'm saying? How to make our community better, how to make our school better, you know what I'm saying? How to make us be the people that rule the earth again. And that only way you do that is keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, okay? Keep going.
For he polluted himself with other men's meat, but a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof.
Right. You know what I mean? You won't take on the ways of another man just so you can, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster just so you can be down with Esau. You know what I mean? Just so you can get Esau's approval. Okay. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna pollute yourself with the things they do, celebrating Christmas, celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating Halloween. You're not gonna pollute yourself with those things just so you can have his approval. You know what I'm saying? Forget that. I'd rather die. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's how every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian should be. God called us to be holy, and that means separate, okay? We should not be, you know, doing the things that other nations are doing, okay? God raised us he raised Adam from the dust. So, you know what I mean? And gave him laws, statutes, and commandments so he wouldn't be in a low state anymore. And that should have been passed on and kept, you know, throughout all our generations. You know what I'm saying? Right. Keep going. Is that it?
That's about the end, but we can read the last verse.
Go ahead.
Verse 30. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless.
Wow. No shame, basically. Like that feels good to him. You know, saying, you know what I mean, kissing Esau's butt. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can, you know what I mean, like be the man or the one that he, you know what I mean, comes on the job. You know, it's always that brother or sister on the job that, you know what I mean, has to kiss Esau's butt so he can be, you know, the number one Negro, you know, on the job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not begging, okay? And that don't taste sweet in my mouth. Go ahead.
But in his belly there shall burn a fire.
Right. Once Esau show his true colors, okay, once Esau really show you what he's about, you know what I'm saying? Once you eat that, you know, what Esau is giving you, and the Lord, you know what I mean, put judgment on you for it, you know what I mean? That's gonna burn. Now, you know what I mean? Now you're gonna be in hell. Okay. Now you're gonna be on the bottom. Now you're in the ghetto because you wanted to follow Esau instead of, you know, the Most High. Okay. And that's what we in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, that's what we come to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not to be, you know, a beggar, not to be like Esau, not to follow his ways, okay? Not to learn the ways of the heathen, okay? That's what we teach here in this school because that's what our culture is. That's what our God required of us, okay? Any questions or anything in the chat?
Yeah, one question. Carvel asked, Christians always say they have free will. Can you expound on it, sir?
Free will. I mean, I can't tell you what they're thinking in their minds. You know what I'm saying? There is only free will you have as a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian is to keep the laws or not to keep the laws, right? Right. That's the only free will you have. Let's see if we can get something on that.
Yeah, I got something.
Right. So that's the only free will. Christians don't know the Bible. Christians don't know the God, you know what I mean, of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They know the God of the white man. They know him as their God. That's why they're saying they got free will. If Esau is your God, you got free will to smoke weed, to be gay, to eat whatever you want to eat. That's the free will they're talking about. But in the Bible, there's no free will. You know what I mean? Like, what's that scripture? I think it's in Romans. willeth or runneth. Okay, willeth or runneth.
It's not he that willeth nor him.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's in Romans, but we can get what you got first. But you know what I'm saying? Like the only free will that this Bible provides blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is to go against God, or you know what I mean, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? That's the only free will you got. Like I said, if Esau is your God, you know what I mean, then you have free will to smoke weed or not, smoke crack or not. You know what I'm saying? Be gay or not. Okay?
All right, so
Go ahead.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, starting at verse 18.
Okay, so we're going to be in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 18. So, okay.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 18. Oh, it's like verse 19.
Okay.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
That's your free will right there. If you were born a Jew, Israelite, okay, by blood, this is the only free will you got. You got a choice. You can choose life or death. You can keep the laws or not. That is the only free will that we have in the earth. And you can't get around these laws, okay? These laws govern blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to the grave. You know what I'm saying? You're either going to keep these laws or you're not. That's the free will. Like I said, Christians don't even know what they're talking about. They live a fantasy just like the white man. That's their God. So they live just like he do. They celebrate vain holidays. Okay, they eat whatever they want to eat. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, if they're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, what they're doing, only choice they're making is to go against their God. Okay, that's the only choice that they're making. Instead of following the laws, pleasing their God, you know what I'm saying? They're going against their God. Instead of going with their God, they're going against their God. And they, you know what I mean? Like we've been taught that, you know what I'm saying? We've been taught that from birth. I was taught that. Everybody who was born, you know what I mean, in this captivity, you were born, you know what I'm saying, thinking that you got free will. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you should celebrate Christmas. Thinking that, you know what I mean, like you can eat whatever you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, it's not true. Because why? Because we don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Esau took it too far. We don't even know who we are anymore. So now we think we can do what they do. We think we got free will according to Esau. But no, that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians under Commanding General YAHANNA 2022. We've been commissioned to tell you that everything that you've been taught in this earth is a farce and a lie. Okay, the laws of your God are not done away with. Okay, so keep reading, Isaiah. Read it from the top, if you would.
Deuteronomy 30 and 19.
Right.
Today I have given you. Nope, slide. My bad. I pulled up. What's it called? I call heaven and earth to record you this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both you and thy seed may live.
Right. So you know what this is saying? This is, you know what I mean? Like this is when Moses, you know what I'm saying, went to the Most High on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? Basically, now we're under a covenant. Okay. We said we would do it. We said we would do it. Okay. Now we are under a covenant with the Most High God, the God of the universe, the God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are under a covenant, a contract. Okay. So Now, if you go into a contract, what does that tell you? You are bound to some laws now. You're bound to something. Okay. Now here's the condition. You do this and you live. You do this and you die. That's your free will, Negro.
That's right.
Okay, that's your free will, wetback. That's your free will, savage man. That's your free will. That's the contract. That's the covenant you're in perpetually forever. You know, it's never going to end. Throughout all generations until heaven and earth pass. Right.
Right.
One jot or one tittle. Okay, so not pass from the law. Okay, and that law is you keep these laws or you don't. That's your free will. That's the free will, Carvel. Okay, the Christians don't know what they're talking about. They have no clue. They think that they, you know what I mean, can smoke weed and not get punished. When according to the Bible, that's not true. They think they can eat whatever they want to eat. And according to the Bible, that's not true. Okay, they've been misled. We've all been misled, but now it's time for us to wake up. Okay, and that's what in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, that's our objective, to wake our people up. Okay, that's what we are here for. Okay, to teach our people the only free will you have is to keep the laws or not to live or die. Okay, go one more time from the top.
Come. I call heaven and earth to record this day against thee.
Right. This is to you, Negro, Hispanic, Native Indian. Okay. This contract is on you. You just entered into it. Go ahead.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
Right. Man, that's crazy. Life and death, man. You know what I mean? It's right here in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You either keep the laws or you don't. You know what I mean? Like, here we go. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, this. Can you imagine? Like, you go to, you know, like get a record contract or something. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting down at the table. Okay, here, this is it. I'm going to go over this contract with you. And that's what Moses did for all of us. Okay, he laid it out. I mean, this is a simple contract right here. Right. I mean, it ain't no it ain't no jargon in here to try to jam you up. Mm-hmm. It's straightforward, clear, clear cut. You know what I mean? Live or die. Mm-hmm. It don't get no plainer than that. Live or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, to live, just so you'll know, is to live is to be in rulership forever. To live is to, you know what I mean? Like there's living and dying is not in the concept of what normal people think in this context. Living and dying is not if you're breathing or not. Okay. This living and dying is being in rulership. Okay. Like you hear white people say it all the time when you see them out on their vacations on the moon. They go to the moon to go on vacation. And what they'll say, this is living.
This is the life.
This is the life. This is living. Okay, this is life. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, if you come down from the moon and walk on earth and go into a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian neighborhood, you know what I mean? They'll say, like, this is, hell. This is death. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to die. Like, you go to any neighborhood, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and they might not say it, but the way they live, you be like, they're ready to die, man. Like, he don't care no more. He's ready to die. You know what I mean? Like, he's just ready to die. Like, the decisions they make. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you know what I mean? Like, you came to the crib the other day, and the brother was out there, with his thing looking, you know what I mean? Like, and he told me, he said, man, these little young niggas, these little young brothers running around the neighborhood, robbing and breaking in people's cars and in their house and this, that, and the third. Somebody called them and put the gun to them. They still doing it. I said, damn, they ready to die. Like, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, I called one of them. They talking reckless. Yeah. We ready to die. We ready, you know, the ghetto is death. Living on the moon, going to the moon for vacation, that's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, what you got?
If I could, like, brothers been rapping that they ready to die since Tupac.
Yeah, before that.
Before that.
Way before
Yeah,
that.
right.
Way before that. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying Tupac, like, said it every song. Like,
Yeah.
ready to die. Like, every song.
Right. That's, you know what I mean? Like, because the condition we're
around
in.
the corner.
And here's the thing. That's life in this context is, you know what I mean, waking up as a baby and, you know what I mean, being in rulership. Death is waking up as a baby and you're addicted to crack. You know what I'm saying? Or you're addicted to weed, because weed is addictive. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. Death is waking up and not having, you know, your mama there to breastfeed you. Right. She's out running the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's death. Okay.
It's like,
no, go ahead.
When she get back to breastfeed you, her breast milk tainted.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's useless. Okay.
Yeah, she gotta get similar.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, so that is the concept of life and death right here in this scripture. If you would read it again,
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
See, that's telling you right there. You choose life, and you know what I mean? Not only will you live, but that baby that's born will be in rulership. Okay? Your children, and then his children. And then when you come back through one of those, you know what I mean? Somehow through one of those lineages, you'll be in rulership. That's the life and death that was set before us. Okay? That's the only choice we have. Okay? Be in rulership or be on the bottom. That's the choice that we have in the earth as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay? Keep going, Aktazar.
Okay. That thou mayest love the Most High thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, in the length of thy days.
That's life. That's life right there. That's the life. That you love God. Okay? How do you love God?
Keep his commandments.
By keeping his commandments, young man. That's how you love God. By keeping his commandments. Okay? If you don't love God, then you will be in the ghettos. You'll be on the bottom. Okay? And we have not loved God far too long. Okay? It's time for us to start loving our power again. Okay? Okay? That thou mayest dwell in the land which the Most High swear unto thy fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob to give them. Okay? We're supposed to be in our land. That lets you know right there, you know, something's wrong. If you find out who you are and then you're not in your land, something's wrong. Because the Lord said we're supposed to be in our own land. If we were to have life, if we were to be in rulership, we would be in our land. That's when you know you got life. Okay? Other than that, you're on the bottom, you're in hell. Okay? So that's a good precept, Itazar. Okay, we can get the one in Romans if we could. Will it or run? As far as free will, okay, the only free will we have is to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only free will, or not to, okay? That's the only free will we have. We either keep the laws and live, or we don't keep the laws and die. Okay? For it's not up to him that willeth or runneth. That's what I thought it was. 9:14.
You can start at 14.
Okay.
Or 12. 13. Yeah, 13 is a good start.
All right. If you would.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, they don't teach this, and the Christians don't teach this. Yeah. Them Christians that talk about they got free will, they don't teach this. They don't teach this at all. Okay, they don't teach that the God of this Bible loves of certain people and he hates another people. Okay, and them people that he loved, the people that he loved is the people that he gave that, you know, that choice to. That only choice in the earth for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is to keep the laws, have life, or not keep the laws and die. Okay, he gave that choice to. We read it just a little while ago, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, and right here, he's saying it right here. As it is written, because that was the Old Testament, right? So what was written in the Old Testament, these brothers, Paul and them, they are just, you know what I mean, reiterating it. Okay, as it was written in the Old Testament. Okay, now I'm telling you everything, you know what I mean, like Moses said, everything Isaiah said, you know what I'm saying? Right. So as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's in the Bible. Okay. Okay. Keep going, Itazar.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Right. That's a good question for a Christian.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a good question to put to a Christian. What should I say now? You know what I mean? Like, is God unrighteous for hating? Okay, that's like saying he's unrighteous for being jealous, because there's a scripture that says he's a jealous God.
Right.
Okay, is he unrighteous for loving? Right. You know what I mean? Like, he loves somebody and he hates somebody. So is he unrighteous? Heck no. God is all righteous. You know what I mean? So it's the Christians and the other people, it's man who is unrighteous for tainting what God said. Go ahead.
If I could, you know what they say when they see that in the King James Bible?
I have no idea.
They say,
you talking about Christians, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Christians.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna play the Christian.
Right.
But what version that is? Who wrote that one?
You ain't lying. Well, when we bring something out there, they can't. That's exactly that's the first thing they say. Like it matters. Like it matters. But I guess it does, because some, you know what I mean? Like, they change the words in that NIV. Yeah. You know what I mean? Stuff like, oh, you rolling up the old. Yeah. We're rolling like that.
That was 1600s, baby. You gotta get with the program. You gotta get.
Right, this 21st century.
21st century, baby. This is outdated.
Right. Now you gonna change God's laws, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, you should only be rolling off that Old Testament. We just read it. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That was written in the Old Testament, okay? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Heck no. Okay, verse 15. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Okay, so the Most High, you know, determines who he loves and who he does not love. Okay, verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. Okay, so it was up to God to give you, you know what I mean, to choose who he gave those laws, statutes, and commandments to. Right. Okay, it was up to God. The Christian does not have the free will to tell God that the white man can be saved, that the Chinese man can be saved, even though they never say that. You know what I mean? Like, they always just say, white man gonna make it into heaven. They'll never say the Christian gonna make it. I mean, the Chinese gonna make it into the heaven. They'll never say, you know what I mean? The Arab gonna make it into the heavens. They don't say that. They say that about the man who their lips are stuck to his butt cheek, you know, wanting to be like him. The scriptures say, envy not the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That's who we going off at. We are envying his cars. All this, and you know what? All this stuff that we envy that Esau got, it's just stuff. It's things. You got a God. You have a God that you know what I mean, you should be worshiping. You know what I mean? Not the white man and his cars. We're worshiping his cars and the money with his face on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do. They make all the videos. You know what I mean? They got all them. See all these things with white man face on it. I love it. I got so many of them. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't do that. Okay. And listen, it's not up to the Christian, okay, who makes it, who God loves and who God doesn't love. Okay, go ahead.
Look, you just made that so clear how vain it is.
Yeah, it's just stuff,
you made
man.
that so clear how vain that is. Like, I got so much.
Right.
Like, you so
yeah.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and here's the thing, like, you can't take, when your spirit, now, if you're a Christian and you believe you're going to see God, are you going to take a pocket full of money with you and see God? I was a good Christian. You know what I mean? Like, no, he's going to say, what did you do? How did you live? Did you follow the law? Did you follow my laws? What did you do? And that's when, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what goes on in the fourth dimension, but, you know, I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Especially brothers and sisters who know the truth and still don't do it. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what the Most High got. You know what I mean? Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, God dang. Like, you know the truth and you still gonna go against it. Okay. Wow. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But like, listen, the only free will as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the only free will we have is to keep the laws or not to keep the laws. Okay. Life or death. That's the only free. We have the free will to make that choice. Okay. You're gonna live or you're gonna die. Okay. You're gonna be on top or you're gonna be on the bottom. That's the free will that you have. The Christians are living in a fairy tale life. They live in a fantasy. Okay. They're living in Esau's world. Okay. And Esau's world is full of vain and deceit. Okay. Everything's a farce and a lie. Esau world is based off of fantasy, man. Everything. Tell me something that is, you know, that they celebrate or they love that is a real, you know what I mean, like concrete thing. You know what I mean? Like, especially like, because listen, it doesn't get more realer than God. Nothing gets more, you know, nothing hits harder than that. What God wants, you know what I mean? What God says, you know what I'm saying? That nothing gets deeper than that. So Esau don't love God. I try to bring that out at camp. Esau does not love God. He loved money and himself. He loved his belly. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Axel.
Perfect. Slovakian, because I was just gonna bring up like how you asked one thing that's got solidity,
right?
Whatever,
right.
That they do,
right?
I'll tell you, Thanksgiving.
That's
Thanksgiving.
Yes,
that's America.
Right.
Here's the problem: we died.
Right.
We were killed and tortured and murdered.
Right. That is
genocide. That's concrete for them. They got a whole country and a whole rulership behind that. That's great for them. Mm-hmm. But we shouldn't turn around and celebrate our murder and death and our heads being rolling down the hill.
Uses a soccer ball.
Our Native Indian babies kidnapped and took to Europe. You know what I'm saying? Our Mexican babies put in cages. We shouldn't turn around and celebrate that.
Our babies uses gator bait.
Gator bait, the water, sir. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right here in Florida.
Right.
Yeah. We gonna turn around and celebrate with them?
Right. You know what's so heavy about that, Itazal, is imagine how the other nations look at us. They gotta be like, them is some man. They are celebrating their own death.
That boy's my blood.
They are celebrating their own death. Carvel, Christians have free will to celebrate their own death. Okay.
They choosing death and they
right. Man, that's heavy right there. They choose death and celebrate.
Dang.
Wow. Yeah, that's heavy right there. That is heavy. Most High in Christ. Okay. So you know what I mean? Like, so to answer your question, you know what I'm saying? There is no Only free will as Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, only free will we have is to keep the laws or, not to keep the laws, to have life or to have death in the earth, okay? And that's free will for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Christians are just lost and they don't know what they're talking about, okay? What else we got going?
So like we have more on Isaiah.
Oh, okay. Isaiah?
We didn't really prove yet that the white man is the devil.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of like where we was going.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start at verse 13. Or I'll start back at 12.
Where we at?
Isaiah chapter 14.
14. Okay.
Verse 12.
Okay.
All right. So it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?"
Which didst weaken the nations. Okay, he was cut down to the ground. And remember, I said earlier, this ground part right here. I said the Lord raised Adam up from the ground, from the dust.
Right.
That's that low state.
Right.
Okay, so it's all this is saying is that somebody is going from being in a high state to a low state. Okay, right. And that's real quick. We'll go to Genesis, right? That's in the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 4. Where's that at? Okay, 7.
Yes.
Okay. Genesis chapter 2, and let's see. I'll just read from 4 down to 7 real quick. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, and the day that the Most High Power made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, and the Most High Power had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Most High Power formed man, okay, of the dust of the ground, okay, and breathed life into his nostrils, the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. Okay, so that lowest state is just God. Before that, God created man already. So at this point, man was just, like a dumb animal, a dumb beast, going around just seeing whatever he can put in his mouth. He would put it in his mouth, and if he could swallow it and chew it, that's what he did. Okay, and then the Lord he chose a man, okay, and he raised him up from that lowest state, brought him up out of the dust, okay, like because it said nobody was to till the earth. Now this man knows he can go and grow a certain plant. He can cattle a certain, herd a certain cattle or whatever, like God taught him laws, statutes, and commandments. That's raising him up out of that lowest state. That's that, being in, low to the ground, okay? And that's what we just read in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou, go ahead.
Oh, man, I ain't want to stop you from reading.
Okay. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Son of the morning. Okay, we gotta touch on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody, that's just saying this is a man that everybody in the earth thinks shine and is wonderful, just like the sun. You know what I'm saying? He is, like a star. You know what I mean? Everybody loves the white man in the earth, especially Negroes. You know what I mean? Like, because he owns everything. He owns the money. You know what I'm saying? So niggas love that. How art thou cut down to the ground? Okay, now you in a lower state. Okay, you are down low. Okay, go ahead.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Okay,
that how they say low down and dirty.
Right.
In the ground, using the dust.
Right. That's all this is. Like we have to understand and thank the Most High for Commanding General YAHANNA for holding on to this truth. Because if it wasn't for him, we all still be going off. You know what I mean? All these fake Israelite groups and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Commanding General YAHANNA held on to this truth and now he got to pass it on to me, and I get to pass it on to other brothers and sisters. Okay, so go ahead and keep reading that.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Right, you got to be in a high place to be able to weaken other nations. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in a high, status in the earth. You know what I mean? To bring other nations down to the ground. Okay, go ahead.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Above the stars of God. You know what I mean? Above blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay, go ahead.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Right. You're going to be on the top. Go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
This is saying something different. Like we said earlier, now not only is he trying to set above people on the earth, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but now what's he want to do? Go ahead and read.
I will be like the Most High.
No, it's the top of 14.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Right. Now everybody know where the clouds are at. There's no clouds, but up in the sky. This is a different heaven here, okay? And there's only one man in the earth that, wants to do that, okay? Go above, like the Russians, they're white people too now. They're all the same people, you know what I mean? They're all Caucasians, okay? Just different branches of their, bloodline, okay? Going by different names. Go ahead.
If I could, like, you're so right, like, you know what I'm saying? There's only one man that does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about if you think about what you were taught the devil was, he's not trying to be above the clouds. Like the ideology that they put out about the devil.
Right.
That
he's in the dirt.
He's under the ground.
Right.
He ain't even thinking about being above the clouds.
Right.
He's supposed to be under the ground.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? And he's waiting on you to come down there with him.
Right.
He ain't trying to get above nobody.
Right.
So where's this idea of Lucifer being that?
Right.
Under the ground and stuff.
Right. This is a man, okay? Right. This is a man that wants to go above the clouds, okay? He wants to ascend above the clouds, okay? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Now, see, this is not God, okay? But he wants to be like God. And that's very evident in the earth. Okay, all you have to do is just use your common sense and look at how he runs the earth. Okay, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, the white man runs the earth today. Okay, and he wants everybody to worship him as he is God. He made a picture of himself. You know what I mean? To be Christ. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Christ sit on the right hand of God. Right. You can't get no closer to God than that. You know what I mean? Like, and this white man has said, I'm going to be like God.
It's lucky.
Go ahead.
And now we've become people who worship that image more than God.
Right.
So he did it. He did his damn thing. Because you don't even think.
What do they say? They say Christ is God.
They say Christ is God.
That's not in the Bible. That's something the white man created. That's something Esau perpetuates in the earth. Right. He fed it to our people, and now we ate it up. That's like, you know what I mean? Man, that's heavy. Like when we read earlier, it said, what did we just read when it said when we try to when we beg Esau, it's sweet. It's sweet in our mouth, but when it get our belly, it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? We ate that up, and now we in the ghettos. Now we on the bottom. Now we get shot in the street. Now we got high blood pressure, diabetes. You know what I mean? Now we got AIDS, monkeypox. You know what I mean? We eat that up, and now this is what happens to us. Okay, keep going.
Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, that hell is where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are at today. Listen, that's our whole objective. To be. I hope y'all realize we are revolutionaries. And what does it mean to be a revolutionary?
It means to make change.
Right, but we are trying to make a revolution. One turn is a revolution. Okay, so what's on the bottom, we want to be on the top. What's on the top must come to the bottom. Okay, that's a revolution. Okay, and Christ was the most hardcore revolutionary on the earth that ever walked the earth. Okay, that's why they killed him. You know what I'm saying? You know, why else would they, you know what I mean, kill him? Okay, keep going.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee. Sluggy.
Go ahead.
I could. Before we read this next part, this the knockout.
Get it.
But what it just said, they that see thee. Now tell me, how many of y'all seen a red man with pitchfork and horns?
Oh man, that's heavy.
How many of y'all seen him?
Right. Oh,
how many of y'all looked at this man?
Right.
Or this creature?
Right.
With the horns and the pitchfork and the tail and the. You know what I mean? The reds. Well, we've seen somebody with red skin.
Okay, and what you're saying is strong because it's saying you're gonna narrowly look at him like, man, this. To narrowly look at somebody is to like side eye them and be like, man, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are gonna do that. Somebody's gonna do that to somebody else right here.
Right.
Okay, like if what you're saying is, man, that is so heavy. You just brought that out. You know what I mean? Like, if what the Christian church is saying is true about the devil, right? You're gonna go down in the ground to go to hell and then, you know, side out the devil. You know what I mean? So that's heavy, man. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff, man.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Is this the what?
Is this the man?
Is this the who?
Is this the man?
The man. See, Christians don't read the Bible, man. They don't read the Bible. Now, when have they ever called the devil a man? The one that they, you know what I mean? That they, with the horns and the red skin and the tail. Right. When do they call him a man? You know what I'm saying? Is this the man? I'm going to say it again, man. Thanks the Most High for Commander General YAHANNA holding on, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, God darn it, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you read it, you're like, God darn it. When you finally get it, you're like, golly, I can't believe they did that to me. You know what I mean? Like, they did this to us. They lied to us. They tricked us. You know what I mean? But all now, and you know what I mean? Like, now we get to come up out of that spell. We get to come up out of that, you know, the hypnosis of money and cars and drugs and, you know, what the white man loved and, you know, following his lifestyle. We get to come up out of that and serve and be righteous rulers of the earth. You know what I mean? Righteous men and women under YAHWH and Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's the good news. Man, that is good news if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You get to come out of the condition you're in and serve your power and raise and get raised up out of the dust, man. You know what I'm saying? We get to, here's the choice. You be in the dust or, you know, be in heaven or hell. Be in that lowest state or get raised up. Okay, that's the choice. Okay, laws or no laws, that's the choice. Okay, congratulations. Now you know what it is. Now it's up to you. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's on you now. The ball is in your court. Okay, keep going.
Good. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
A man did that.
Yeah.
A man did that, man. That's heavy, man. I like where you brought that out earlier, though. But yeah, a man did that. Okay. Sure. This is talking about a man that walks the earth, okay? Not some fairy tale being that is in the ground, you know what I'm saying, waiting for you to come down and visit him. Okay, go ahead.
If I could, who dropped bombs on Iran?
Right.
A man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who bombed the Japanese island?
Right.
What it was called?
Hiroshima.
Yeah. Who did that?
Yeah.
A red pitchfork carrying beast didn't do that.
Right.
He's a beast and he is red. but he dropped bombs.
Right.
And that was a man. You know what I'm saying? This is talking about the white man.
Right. That's it. I mean, like who? That's you know what I mean. Like who does that? Who, like you said, who is you know what I mean? Terrorizing. Who's terrorizing? Who went over there and terrorized that place over there when they said Saddam Hussein or whatever?
Yeah.
You know who went over there and terrorized them? You know when they called Osama bin Laden, who went over there and terrorized those people? Who is terrorizing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today? You know what I mean? There's only one man that's doing that.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
They got a show about him on Netflix now. Now everybody trembling. Everybody trembling after the show.
Yeah.
Making the earth tremble.
How many was he? That ruthless of a killer? I don't remember.
I didn't watch the show. I don't really remember much about him. But
he killed a bunch of white women, didn't he?
No, they say he was targeting black people.
Oh, okay, Jeffrey Dahmer, huh? Okay.
They say he was. I didn't study about him.
Yeah.
But he collected body parts and ate them, kept them freezed up.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a sick bastard, like the devil is.
That's the white man. That is every true characteristic of a Edomite. Okay.
You want that red pottage
Mm-hmm.
made from men's flesh.
That's crazy though, because I did today. I saw this white. You know, it's so crazy now when you're in the truth, you see stuff different. I saw this white man today. I had to go to the laundromat, and man, he was red. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's him right there. You know, that's him right there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so that's you know what I mean. That's who you know what I mean. I don't even know how we got on this topic.
We was talking about we was proving the white man is the devil.
Oh, okay.
I got another precept you like. So
okay,
it's it's in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. It talks about you know what I'm saying. It basically tells you pretty straightforward, you know what I'm saying? And if not, if what the I.S.U.P.K is telling you who the devil is not true, then where is he? Who is he?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I want. Yep.
You want that one, right?
Yeah.
I'm right with you, son.
That's not crazy.
You
want to start up?
Where do you think I should start?
I'm going to just start right there at 24.
Yeah. All right, come. The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
That is. I don't even. It's like you ain't even got to say nothing. It's almost like I don't have to break this down. Do I have to break this down? Like, do I have to tell a Christian, you know what I mean, what this means? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so man, that is okay. You don't get that?
You don't get it? Like,
so okay, yeah, you know what I mean? That this is the man that we just read about in the book of Isaiah, the wicked, okay, who said he was going to try to be like God to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He wanted to be their God. He wanted to be the God on the earth. You know what I mean? So all other nations would tremble, you know what I mean, and shake and tremble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This man, the Most High gave him this power for a time to go ahead and run the earth. Okay. And it says this man that he gave this power to is called wicked. That's right. These people, when we say man, okay, it's not just one man, okay, it's a nation, okay, but this man, okay, because just like any other society and nation they have a government, they have a structure, okay, there's somebody on the top, somebody under him, you know what I mean? Like, so this man, this race of people, okay, this man, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Mm-hmm. Now, this man, we trying to prove he's wicked. And this right here is going to tell you what he did, you know, to prove that he's wicked. he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Okay, when we're talking about the judges, okay, that's basically, we're talking about this Bible right here. Okay, who was the judges in in our forefathers' time? Okay, who are these people that was the judges of this book? Okay, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay, now this man has covered your face. Okay, and made the true judge, the Most High. You know what I mean? The men that he put into a certain position, authority in the Old Testament. Okay, at a point in time in the earth, now this man who is the wicked in the earth tried to make everybody forget who those true judges are.
Right.
Who were those people? Okay, I'm gonna put my face on. I'm gonna make everybody think Moses was white. I'm gonna cover his face, and now it'll look like Moses was white. Okay, it'll look like Paul and Peter and Yahawashi, Christ. Everything and everybody is white. They're gonna go as far as Geronimo was white. You know what I'm saying? Geronimo was a white man. You know what I mean?
Let them tell you.
Right. You know what I mean? So who covered the faces of the judges? Who did that? Like if you look at a picture of Christ and he's white, that's telling you who covered the face of the judge. Right. A white man did that. He made Christ look white. Okay. Who is Moses? What did Moses look like? Now, if you're in the earth, you would think Moses was a white man. Who covered his face for him to be white?
I mean, it's like,
go ahead.
And it's like, no matter what movie you go, like I was saying about Google, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the angels, like, all the angels were white. All the Most High was white. The Christ was white.
Everything.
Every movie, it's like,
no, go ahead.
Every movie you see about Christ, it stars a white man. You got Mel Gibson. The other, I don't even know what the other devil name was.
No.
But it looked like they had Obama playing the devil.
What movie is this?
Passion? No, it wasn't Passion.
Oh, wow.
It was I think it was just called Passion. I don't know. They had another. It wasn't Mel Gibson. It was another devil, and they had some Obama lookalike who was dressed in a black robe.
Wow.
Dark face. Playing the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't another white person. They didn't cast a white man for that. But of course, Christ had to be played by him.
That's, you know what I mean? Like, that's so people don't, you know what I mean? Like, they put these pictures out on the Facebook and Instagram and stuff, you know, after that Queen lady died, and they showing drawings that she had on her carriage thing and all this stuff. Like, these people hate Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians openly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we don't even see it. You know what I mean? Like, she's trotting down the street in this thing with a drawing of black people at her feet.
Yeah.
And niggas don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
And we don't care. We don't even care. Like, we'll bring that up, and people like, well, you know, you gotta help them. They maybe just don't know. They don't understand.
Right. They understand. They know. It's just like you know. Okay. Right. But back to this scripture. Okay. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. Now it's telling you the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Okay. So it's telling you. First thing is saying, whoever rules the earth right now is the wicked.
Right.
Now, not only that, here's this thing that this wicked man did. He covered the faces of the judges. Okay. He covered the faces of the judges. Okay. So now that you know that, oh no, ain't no more. But I didn't touch mine yet.
No, you. I got more. I was just
okay. Okay, so now we know this wicked rules the earth. This people that are wicked, they rule the earth. Who rules the earth? Esau, okay? Plain and simple. Okay, go ahead.
Like, who's the president of the United States?
But this is saying the earth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who's the queen of England?
Right.
Who's the king now of England?
Right.
Who's the ruler of Russia?
Right.
Who's the ruler of Spain?
Right.
Who's the ruler of the entire earth?
Right. Like basically, who's on top? Like, is the Japanese people on top of the earth? Do they run the earth, or are they under somebody else? Like, that's the point. Like, this person that rules the earth is the wicked, and right now, everybody knows who runs the earth. Esau runs the earth. Okay, so this Bible is calling Esau the wicked. Okay, now that was just one thing to point out who it is. Now it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who did that? Who made black Yahushua, a Negro, into a Caucasian person? Right. Who made a Levite brother named Moses into a Caucasian person? Who did that? The white man did that. Okay, so not only is he, the wicked, but he covered the faces. This is pointing out. This is showing you who the wicked in the earth is. Right. Okay, and then now after I give you all of this information to show you who the wicked is, it's just asking the question. If not, where and who is he? Okay, this is the wicked, Esau. Esau is the wicked. Esau is Lucifer. Okay, this is who this Bible prefers to as what do we say? The devil. Okay, that's why we say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. It's just devil just means deceiver. Okay, and these are the scriptures that prove that the white man is the devil. He is Lucifer. He is the wicked. Okay, everything plays out on earth. Okay, nothing as far as blacks, Hispanics, or any other nation of people plays out anywhere else but on earth. Heaven plays out right here on earth. Hell plays out right here on earth, not in the ground or on the sky, okay, or in the sky, okay? Heaven and hell is right, it's a condition on earth. I know I said one time, I thought to myself, I said, could you imagine from the beginning of time, which, the Lord, anything, he can do anything, but from the beginning of time when he created man, up to 2022, everybody that died, they're either in this place called heaven or hell. That's gonna be packed. That place is packed, man. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy, man. You know what I mean?
It's at capacity.
You know what I mean? God damn! I wonder what the waiting list is.
Yeah, I'm about to say
like they showed, like Esau showed you. There's a line.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, you be VIP. You be. So this is, you know what I mean? Like, not trying to, make any light of this, but, the wicked in the earth is Esau. He is Lucifer. He's the devil. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. And he's going to be the man that is brought down to a lower state because right now he's in heaven. He's in a higher estate, okay? So everything in this Bible proves that Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the wicked in the earth, okay? And I mean, I don't even know how do you even need the Bible to prove that when you see how he treat Black Hispanics and Native Indians? Not only, how he treat us, how he treat anybody how he treat each other. The Ukrainians and the Russian people are the same people, and they bombing the heck out of each other. Okay, so this devil, this deceiver, okay, is the white man in the earth, and that's, that's plain and simple, just to see that. But if you need proof, it's right here in the Bible, okay? And that's that, okay? Where we going?
I was going to go to Obadiah.
Okay. We still on the same?
Well, it's not really much on there.
Same topic. White man's the devil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of. So, yeah. White man's still the devil. Today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Right.
Because, if I could, you don't want to let that slip your mind, because they can be very cunning. They can make you believe that not all white people are evil.
Oh yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that every single white person is evil. I ain't got no personal feelings toward no white man or woman. But you can't sit here and be in a room full of snakes and try to hug everyone until one of them bites you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta know how to. You gotta get out that room.
That's why the Lord say He gave us our own land, man.
Right.
Like that's when you're gonna have rest. That's when you're gonna be protected. Because until you have your own land and you have be around your own people, you know what I mean? Like you are opening yourself up for destruction. You know what I'm saying? It's all throughout the Bible. The Lord say, "Don't give thy sons over to their daughters, and don't take their daughters over to thy daughter, because they will change your heart against me." Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're supposed to be holy, separate. We're not supposed to even be in the same land as them. They should have their own land. We're supposed to have our own land. Okay. What scripture is that where it said that we would take them and put them in their place?
I think that's it.
Yeah, like Isaiah, hardcore right now. He's telling you everything you need to know. Okay. So that's, what I mean? Like, we're not supposed to even, in order for us to, our heaven is going to be holy. Okay. We're going to be separate. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to, Edomites is not going to live in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. They'll live in the outskirts. Okay, they're not going to live in the kingdom of heaven. They'll be in the outskirts. Okay, they'll be in their place. Okay,
right next to the train tracks.
Right,
ready to catch a ride in their slavery.
Right, you know what I mean. The Chinese man will be in his place. Okay, the African man will be in his place. Okay, that's the only way you get, protection from another people. To have your own land, you can build walls. Okay. That's how the Lord set it up. Okay. Where we going?
We can get.
You said okay.
Yeah, we can go back to Obadiah.
Okay. Yeah, let's what you had.
You call for Isaiah chapter 14.
Okay. That was in chapter 14 too?
Yeah. Wait, the other one, what we
just left 14, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so 14,
right,
12.
Let's get Obadiah. What you got going on, Obadiah?
We can start at the top. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1. Well, it's only one chapter. Verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Most High Power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Most High, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Man, that we just read that. Like, see, this bastard does not want to be in the condition that blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians are in. Okay, he wants to be above blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Okay, he wants to ascend to heaven. Okay, he wants to be over everybody on the earth. Okay, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock. Okay, he is, and we see that every week when we go to camp. Esau is very proud and pompous. Okay, like they feel like they entitled to, be over blacks, be over everybody else. Like they walk around, they are entitled. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It's lucky they got a whole group of white men calling themselves the Proud Boys.
Right, very proud. Very proud.
Yeah.
Proud and pompous and entitled. Okay, that's who the devil is. Okay,
sir. And
go ahead. Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. So if I could, who else do we know to be the ones that live in caves and in the rocks?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What do we call the so-called white man? Caucasian.
Right.
Where do we get the word Caucasian from? The Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are the people that dwell in the clefts of the rock.
Right.
These are people that dwell in caves, or at least that's what they used to.
Right, and what we just read is the Lord is going to bring them down to the ground. Okay, but how do we make that happen? We have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. We can't bring Esau down by marching in the streets. We can't bring Esau down by saying we're all equal.
Right.
The Lord chose one people, and he loved one people and hated another people. Right. So where's the equality in that? Right. He loves somebody and he hates somebody. Okay, so we have to petition our power to make that revolution. Okay, for us to get out from hell and put our oppressor in hell. Okay, and the only way to do that is to petition our God. Okay, by keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, being worthy of Him coming back and putting us back into rulership, showing the Most High that we know how to love one another, we know how to treat one another. Okay, that's when He's going to come back and get us out of this condition that we're in. Okay, and that's what we teach in this school. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see in this school. I see nothing else but love in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay, and that's how we're gonna, make this revolution and get Esau's knee off our neck. Okay, not by begging and pleading with him, but by us turning to the east and facing our God and sending up prayers to Him. Okay, serving Him, keeping His laws. Okay, keeping our part of the contract. Okay, that covenant that we went into that said we would either have life or death. Okay, keep going.
Come. Though thou the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Right. Donald Trump he deceived himself. You know what I'm saying? The thinking that he can be the Most High by making, the Space Force program. Okay. He's deceiving himself, thinking that he can fight God. Okay. He's deceiving himself. His pride he's deceived himself, or he's fooling himself. Okay. To thinking that he cannot, that he can, box with the Most High God. Okay, that he can, go up against these angels. Okay, in these IFOs. Okay, he's deceived he deceived himself. The pride, he don't even know it because he's pride and pompous. All he sees is that he is white and privileged. Okay, and he's got God's chosen people as slaves in America. And he want to keep it that way. Okay, he wants to keep it that way, and that's why he want to make America great again before it's too late. He's making the call. He's crying, saying, "Listen, we got to put them back into like the Egyptians. Let's deal with them wisely. We got to do something with these people. You know what I mean? Before they go ahead and get God to come back, and now we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, but him thinking that he can handle with the Most High, he's deceived himself. Okay, keep going.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right. Who's gonna knock me off my seat? You know what I mean? Who's gonna take me out of rulership? The Most High, Yahweh in the Hebrew. Okay, but only way blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we gotta come back to our God. We got to start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments first. And that's when Donald Trump will get taken off of his seat and knocked down to the ground. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? This directly is correlated with what we read in Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Where it talks about Lucifer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
how he was cast down to the ground.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That word ground just means lower state. Okay. It's just that's hell. To be in a lower state, okay, that's what this is saying. That's why, thanks again to the Most High Christ and Commander General YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying? Like, we understand this now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, because I didn't go to church, but I opened this book and I read it and I was like, what? You know, like, what do you mean? What are you talking? What? who shall bring me down to the ground? Well, yeah, exactly. Not so, but just be like frustrated. You be like, okay, well, I tried, you know what I mean? But like the scriptures say, you have to be taught. Okay, we have to be taught. Okay, you can't teach yourself this. Okay, the Lord has chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian men, and put His Spirit on them to teach His people and to lead His people. Okay, and that's who's going to show you what these records is talking about. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High.
That's who's going to bring Esau down to the ground, the Most High. Okay? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. The white man, the greatest country on the earth, the United States, their symbol is that eagle. Okay? They are the eagle. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they feel like they are in their heart. You know what I mean? They're what represents the white man? That eagle. And the Lord is saying, man, that's so heavy. Like how this book can say something, and you look and it's happening in the earth today. It's actually, you know what I mean? Like, this is happening right now. You would think Esau had half a brain, you know what I mean? And just be like, okay, it's saying that I'm gonna exalt myself as the eagle. Okay, let's not use the eagle.
Let's throw through a loop real quick.
You know why? It's not to him that willeth or runneth. He don't even know why he's doing what he's doing. The Lord is making this thing happen for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian to show you who you are, how you're supposed to live, and who controls everything, who you should be serving. Okay? He's showing you right here. Look, you want to know something? You know about the eagle? He's going to exalt himself. Just look outside. Just turn the TV on. Just, go to school. You know what I'm saying? And this is who I'm talking about. Okay? I'm talking about a people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Trooper Razan, the warrior, he said, the eagle has landed.
The eagle. You ain't lying. Right on our heads. Okay.
And right on the moon.
Right, and on the moon, okay.
Right above the stars.
Above the stars, just like it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. Who the heck got a nest among the stars?
Nobody do.
We don't. Negroes don't have no nest among the stars. You know what I'm saying? Esau does. The Russians and the Americans. You know what I mean? Like, it took the Japanese a little while, but they tried to join them. You know what I mean? But this is who runs that junk up there? Esau. Russia runs that junk up there. Esau's in second place. Okay, that's who set their nest among the stars. This is talking about a people, a nation. Okay, a man. Okay, go ahead.
Good. Like, they still got their flag up there to this day.
It's still up there?
Still up. I mean, unless somebody went and moved it.
Yes. I mean, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he like you said, the eagles landed. You know what I mean? He set his nest upon the stars. You know what I'm saying? He went to the heavens. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is describing who the Lord hates. Okay? Keep going.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
This is talking about a man, a people, okay, that, the Lord hates. Go ahead.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High.
Right, the Lord's going to bring all that down. But you know what I mean? Like, why is he going to bring it down? He's going to bring that down so he can raise you up. Okay? Something's got to fall for something to rise. Okay? Something's got to die for something to come to live. Okay? He's going to bring that down for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians so we can have life instead of death. Because right now we're on the death end of it. Okay? We're in the ghettos. We're on the bottom. We're the ones in the lowest state. And the Lord said, if you choose life, that I'll take these people that I gave the earth, I put the earth in his hand, and I'll bring them down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But first, something you got to do. You have to serve me. You have to show me you love me. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we abhor blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to do the same, so we can get out of this condition. This is the only way. Right? We've tried. What have we not tried besides this? We've tried everything so much to we just keep trying the same thing over and over again. Right? Like, let's march again. Let's march. Or let's beg. You know what I mean? Let's vote. Let's vote. Let's be a good slave. You know what I mean? Like, we've tried everything, man, except loving God. Right. We love the white man and his money. Right. So we petition him. We go and beg him. Like Officer Kazak said, you know what I'm saying? Don't lead a beggar's life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Stop begging the white man. Shoot, if any, like I would be ashamed to be, you know what I mean? To be that person that is, you know, out there marching and begging the white man and pleading with him to consider me as a human being. You know what I mean? I would feel horrible. You know, I can't do it. My face won't be out there. You know what I'm saying? But I will beg the Most High. I will petition him. I try to do it every day. You know what I mean? Face the east. Send up some prayers for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Give me the strength and knowledge and wisdom to be able to lead these people. Sir, you know what I mean? Lord, go ahead.
I just want to add too, like where it said, how it says, and thence will I bring thee down, said the Most High. We go back to Isaiah 14 and 15 or 14. I'll start at 14. Isaiah 14. Mm-hmm. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the side of the pit. It's like, this is direct first. So in Obadiah, we talking about Edom, right? That's what this first verse says. This is concerning Edom. Mm-hmm. But in Isaiah, it tells you it's talking about Lucifer.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And it's saying the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So who is the devil? Edom.
White man. Right.
Who is Edom? The white man.
Right. Okay. Most High in Christ. That's a good, you know what I mean? Correlation right there. Good way to bring that out. Okay. Like you're saying, it's saying like then will I bring you down. Once and you know the school bring it out. Once they did that space mission thing or whatever, like Esau whole, you know, everything turned around for him. Yep. You know what I mean? Like 1969. Yep. You know what I mean? Start going into war and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's when it all started popping off. You know what I mean? Once he did that, now he's coming down. But we petition the Most High Power so this thing will happen sooner than later. Right. We run out and we, you know what I mean, try to wake blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians up to show them this thing that is happening. Right. These prophecies that the Lord has set forth in the earth. Because it's going to happen. Right. You know what I mean? Just like I said a minute ago, you know what I mean? Like you read this stuff, you're like, man, this is, you know, like this is happening right now, today. Right. Who exalt themselves as an eagle? You know what I mean? Like it's happening right now in the earth. You know what I mean? Like it's right now. The story. That's why I go out there and I tell, you know, I always say, because black people, we suffer from low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We look at white people and Chinese people and East Indian people and Arabs, and it just seems like we are done. You know, the Lord is not with us. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like you can just give up or either beg and be a good slave. You know what I mean? Like, and I try to tell black people, if you read this book and understand it, the story's not over. What are you doing? Right. It's not over. I know it looked like, you know what I mean? Like it's like what happened. It's like what happened, I think last week, 2 weeks ago. There was a football game on the television. The Dolphins were down by like 20-something points or something.
Ravens.
Yeah, but it was only like halftime or something, right? I said it's over. You know? That's what black people are doing. They looking at it and say, man, it's over. You know what I mean? It's over. We're done. You know what I mean? Let's just go love the white man. All right. But the Dolphins kept fighting and they end up winning. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we just got to keep fighting. And the fight is coming back, fighting yourself, fighting to not smoke weed, fighting to not celebrate Christmas, fighting to, not love white people, fighting not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Okay? We got to fight this spiritual fight because it's not over. You know what I mean? We late in the fourth quarter. Right. We can make a comeback. Okay? We just gotta keep fighting. We gotta keep fighting and fight. Keep coming to class. Fight. Keep coming to the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? We have to fight, man. And that's how we're gonna, you know what I mean? That's how we're gonna end up on top. That's how we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? By fighting all these demons and fighting Esau, you know what I'm saying? And not loving him, you know what I mean? And just coming back to the Most High and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We have to fight that fight, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not over. You know what I mean? Like, Christ is not returned yet. That's the biggest thing right there, you know what I mean? How do I know it's not over? Christ hasn't returned yet. The whole world is waiting for Christ to return. So that means it's not over yet. What are you doing? Don't lay down yet. You know what I'm saying? Get up, stand up, and fight a good fight. You know what I mean? It's not over. You know what I mean? Get in the game. Right. A lot of black people, man, they like to be on the sideline because you tell them what's going on, give them the truth and this, that, and the third, and their attitude is like, well, okay, I see what y'all doing. Keep up that good fight. I'm gonna just be over here. I'm gonna wait. Y'all fight. Yeah, you do it. You see people that, they pass by us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, keep doing get off the sideline, man. Get in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Get in the fight. That's what everything is about. That's why we, you know what I mean? Like, we can't do it by ourselves. You know what I mean? The Lord can do whatever he wants, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, you supposed to be, we went into slavery together, we're gonna get out together. Okay? So we trying to wake brothers and sisters up, man, and come back into this truth and fight that good fight and serve the Most High, the way we was intended to, and you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, man.
Good precept for that is the kingdom comes not with observation.
That's definitely, you know what I mean? Like, you can't stand on the sideline and just, wait for something to happen. Faith is dead without works. You know what I'm saying? Faith is dead without works. Okay? You want something to happen, you got to do something. Like, Christians, something else, you know what I mean? Like, they still, they still do that. You know what I mean? They'll pray, get on their knees and just think something's going to happen without, doing something to make it happen. You know what I mean? You want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's evident, you know what I mean? Like, the world is not a strange place. You know what I'm saying? It's reality. You know what I mean? Just because we're talking about the Most High God, you think you don't have to do nothing. There is something you have to do. We just read it at the beginning of the class. You know what I'm saying? He set before you life and death, laws and statutes and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You either do it or you die. I mean, you do it and you live, or you don't do it and you die. Either way, you're doing something. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know it. You on the sideline, you think you ain't doing nothing, but you're doing something to hinder your other brothers and sisters, okay? You causing death among your other brothers and sisters, okay? So, that's that. We have to fight this fight. We have to stand strong, okay? And wait and petition the Most High to send Christ back to get blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out of this condition. The game is not over. A black man, Hispanic, Native Indian man, okay? The game's not over. We still got to fight, okay? Anything else in the chat? Okay. Well, I mean, we right up on the time, a few minutes left. So, we ain't got nothing else. You got something else you want to bring up? No? Okay. All right. Well, give me what's the next high holy day? Because I'll see if I can pull it up. go ahead. Anything you want to bring up, talk about, or whatever.
I guess I'll just recap, you know what I mean? Shoot, you know what I mean? So I hope y'all take good notes, because, you know what I'm saying? I know when I was a young man coming into the truth, I had not seen, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen these scriptures, just never knew. Like, for instance, Isaiah 14, we used to read that all the time in church. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's one little letter or one little word in there that lets you know exactly what it's talking about. And we gloss over it. You know what I'm saying? It says, is this the man? And that's like key. You know what I'm saying? And then every other scripture that you know, substantiates that. You know what I'm saying? Like how we just read in Obadiah. Obadiah is talking about a man. It's talking about Esau. You understand? So, and it's comparing, it's saying the same things, how he would go up into the sky, set his nest in the stars, like how he did on the moon, but the Most High is going to bring him down, just like in Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? We read in Job how the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The wicked is the world is being ruled by Esau today. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so heavy. Like these scriptures don't get the honor and the, you know, like they don't get their what's the word, like the credit, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christian church has it through the, you know, because of the white man, because of Esau, you know what I'm saying, the Christian church has led our people astray, has filled their minds with fantasies, like you brought out before, instead of focusing on the truth. Instead of focusing on what saves our lives and not what destroys it. Right.
On sign Christ. Okay. And what's not a fantasy is the high holy days that our power gave us to keep.
Right.
Okay. And we actually kind of touched on this one last night at the feast, at the memorial of blowing of trumpets. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the next day we got coming up, okay, is the Day of Atonement. Okay. This is going to be the 10th day of the 7th month. It's going to be on a Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. Okay, you can find that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 27 through 32. Okay, so what the Lord gave to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is something more than what Esau is doing in the earth. Okay, this is, you know what I mean? Like, this is real reality. Okay, this is dealing with our God. Okay, all these, you know, high holy days and laws, and you know what I mean, fighting yourself and, you know, serving the Most High God. That was meant for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And like I said, we can do it. We just have to continue to fight. We have to, you know what I mean, get the Most High back on our side. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the class. Okay, so I'm gonna salute the brothers out and the sisters. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakathum to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Alathum by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups. Okay, and with that, we're out. Shalom.
Like and share the video.
That's how it's right. Yeah, good work, warrior.
I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Check out my Hebrew trip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip. Check out my Hebrew trip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip. Clothes with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I could tell her, I am not a crook, whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shorty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land, show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying, you understand? Listen. Fourth dimension blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the moon. Girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew trip. My Hebrew trip, you know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip, my Hebrew trip. Check out my Hebrew trip, my Hebrew trip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip. And you ain't never seen nothing like it with a drip so hard. Made her straight, she was dying, cause a nigga cold as ice and sharper than a knife. I could change your whole life just by making you my white man. Look, that nigga got the boots, beard sprays, man. Look, that nigga got the garment with the shades, man. Look, that nigga got the spikes on his armband, and he got the Sheila David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating, we dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swag on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like platinum. Check out my Hebrew trip, my Hebrew trip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip, my Hebrew trip. Check out my Hebrew trip, my Hebrew trip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew trip. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold and studs of silver. Hebrew drip.